cherished ducklings, my cherished mystic, psychic, adorable ducklings. I'm Peri, Lyons, New York City celebrity psychic. And I just had the goofiest evening. I've been an hour early all evening. This is what happens when your roommate's away. I don't have anybody to tell me what to do. And I got parakeets. Do any of you have birds? I've never owned birds before. They're really great. You need to have some. Not mine, but they have, because I talk to them a lot. Hello, Tony. Hello, Mark. Hello, Tony. Like that. So I'm single now, thank goodness. And so I spend so much time talking to the birds when I'm writing and doing readings and stuff that I'll go on a date and be like, hello, hello, hello. It's like, well, glad to see you brought your own seed. Are you? I'm like, hello. So anyway, I'm Peri Lyons, New York City celebrity psychic, and you are my cherished ducklings. What we're going to do right now is I'm going to tell you a quick true life ghost story, and then I'm going to pick the psychic weather for this week. I'm going to pick the 3 cards from the big cardboard mystical box of cards. I know a lot of people are like, I keep my $60 cards in my silk, and that's all great, but I've had these for ages. They're my friends, and they live in a big cardboard box. So they do. I live in a nice house. Well, yeah, it's very nice. Anyway, is this a Scorpio moon? Is this what's going on? I think it is. Okay, so here's how the psychic tarot weather works. I pick 3 cards. Hi, Susie in Kingston, Ontario. Give me about 1 second. I'm just going to do the psychic weather. Hi, baby. And let me just ask my producer, who looks just like Ryan Gosling, except different. Dave, I'm looking very pixelated here. Okay, great. Okay, thank you, love. All right, speaking of pixelated, let's do the tarot psychic weather. Psychic weather is like regular weather. It's sort of what surrounds us during the week, except tarot weather is less damaging to crops. So the tarot forecast, I'm going to pick 3 cards, and this applies to all signs. Essentially, it's a Jungian synchronicity kind of a thing, which means that if you're watching this, you're supposed to be watching this. And the cards I pick, and I don't cheat, I just go like that, pick them out. The first card is about the beginning of the week. The second card is about the second part of the week, or as we like to call it in New York, the middle. And the third part, I think you're getting the hang of this, is yes, it's the last part of the week. Yes, I knew you could do it. Okay, let us do this. Excuse the top of my head. Okay, that wasn't that interesting. So the first thing I'm getting, funny, it looks like this might be true. This is the Hanged Man card. It doesn't mean that somebody is going to be hanged. Quite the opposite. This is a very spiritual card, not the card itself. That's a piece of cardboard. But what the card represents and the tradition of the card is very spiritual. The Hanged Man is somebody who's making profound changes from the inside out, profound sort of spiritual and life changes in a really good way. And it's somebody who is a true spiritual seeker, but also, which sounds kind of like somebody we want to hang out with. I'm a true spiritual seeker. I'm a true spiritual seeker. It's like, that's nice. I'm just going to go get some crab dip. But the Hanged Man means that somebody might be coming out of rehab and have changed, or in some cases not, but have genuinely changed for the better through doing the steps. It might be somebody who's had kind of a realization that they want to live their life a better way. This actually makes sense to me because I'm seeing this in a lot of my clients. I'm even seeing it very much in my own life. So this is a big time of change for the better that is in the material world, but is supported. I swear to gosh, all I've had to drink is ginger ale. I don't know why I sound so crazy, but so this is somebody who has made a spiritually induced change that actually lives itself out as more success, stability, and happiness in regular day-to-day world. Whee! Okay, that was fun. This is interesting. This card is for the middle of the week, and it might sort of, the effects might be felt more towards the middle of the week, but this might be like somebody walking away, for instance, from a relationship that, hold on. Yeah. Ah, for Pete's sake. Sorry, are you still there? Oh, right there. Hi, sorry guys. My new iPhone is possessed, which is maybe, okay, so this card means that you might be walking away from something that once seemed bright and shiny and made of gold, as these bright, shiny gold cups are. But since this gentleman who's walking away from them is wearing red, he is, or she, is walking in the direction of life and vitality, which is what red represents. This person on the card might not know where they're going, but they're, rather than stay in something that looks good on paper and might be secure, it's still not making them feel alive. There we go. And as you can see, walking towards the mountains, so walking towards a challenge, I know this is a lot to get done by the middle of the week. You can do it. So go get those golden cups, send them to me, and then go to the Alps. No, sorry, kidding. What this actually means is a decision you made recently to walk away from something or someone, or both, that once seemed like a fabulous idea or job. Suddenly you've realized this is the right thing to do. You're ready to accept this challenge, and I'll tell you, it's going to work out. And I'm going to pick this last card. That's fascinating. This is kind of a scary looking card, but it means good stuff. This is the snake card. Ta-da! This is from Colette Baron Reed's Spirit Animal deck. I have a kind of a degree in shamanism, so I love this deck. It's very accurate, and it's bringing through the energy of the snake, or the energy of the picture of the snake, because otherwise I wouldn't be holding this up. And snakes, it's time to heal. Snakes shed their skin, or as us New York ladies like to say, get a little work done. But they shed their skin in order to grow bright, shiny, new, scaly skin. And when they do this, they go through this kind of renewal. A little like getting Botox, but seriously, it's time to heal. So if you're watching this, take this, and if you are, God bless you. But if you are, take this as a confirmation that what this week is going to sort of be about. It doesn't necessarily have to be the exact day or minute, but this week is going to be about deciding to kind of walk away from something that was once comfortable or beautiful or promising, and it isn't anymore. It just isn't. So walk towards something that's less secure, but also makes you feel alive, and it's going to work out. The second card, middle of the week, is, the beginning of the week, it is, okay. All good. Okay, thank you. So the beginning of the week is somebody who's starting a new life or new project because of revelation that they want more from their lives. That was the first card. The second card is such a natural progression that's the one that I just described. So I've decided to end an engagement. Or the next card is I'm going to really commit to that decision, never talk to that person again. And then, whoops, I don't know. what has been going on today? The third card is taking time to heal and respect that decision, whatever it is, whether you're deciding to walk away from a job that is not, that you've outgrown, or your parakeets. Don't do that. So the last card is about taking the time to heal, taking the time to take a deep breath, go over the lessons you might have learned from mistakes or from whatever that thing you're leaving was about, and take a deep breath. And darling, I'm sorry, I hope you're still here. My Ontario Susie, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Oh, David. Well, darling, oh, good. Thank you. That doesn't sound like Ontario. It sounds like Texas.
Oh, really?
Your accent. Oh, it did that moment. Not so much now. So how are you today, my little cherished
I'm doing well.
Susan?
Thank you, Peri. How are you?
I'm okay, except I have just been, I decided I was going to be late for the show. I looked at the clock. It turns out the clock had stopped. So I got set up an hour early, and I'm like, why aren't they calling me? Panicked. So I apologize. My psychic self is in. My energy is like, ah. But actually, you've got lovely, soothing energy. So let me just, nice. And what day is your birthday? I'd love to connect with people through their birthdays.
My birthday is August 3rd.
Oh, awesome. Very good day. We love Leos in the show. And my darling, let me, That's interesting. Do you have a specific question? It feels like you do, but you might be a little shy about it.
I would love to know about my love life, relationship. If you can tell me a little bit about that.
I will. Let me see what I'm getting.
Wonderful.
You know, it's interesting. You have a slight misconception about yourself. Many fewer than most people do. And this one's very sweet because you don't know how attractive you are. And I can't see, but I can see with my heart, and I teach remote viewing, so I can see what you look like, and even more than that, what a delightful personality, spirit you have. The reason I'm saying this, you've got a little bit of a narrative going on inside yourself, which is kind of keeping you from being as risk-taking as you might want to be in this area. You'd kind of talk yourself out of it, and you're like, well, I don't know, it's never really worked out for me. And I'm like, no, girl. You're just making excuses because if you're like me, it's a little scary to kind of go out with your tranquilizer gun and go from bar to bar. No, sorry. But enough about my personal life. You didn't hear the part about my tranquilizer gun. Find an attractive man. No, anyway. The stuff lasts for 3 hours, so you can go to various places and kind of just, wind up with kind of a buffet and choose one. Other people don't do this. Anyway, but here's the thing. If you look back over your romantic life with a clear eye rather than I'm not as attractive as I am or used to be or whatever, you'll see that everybody you've ever really wanted, you've gotten without doing more than going, hello. You have had fabulous relationships, most of which you've ended. And so what I'm saying is all the evidence is there for you to know with just utter knowingness that if you're not in a relationship right now, it's because you're enjoying your freedom. I think you're going to start really wanting one within the next 3 months. I think right now there's a little bit of you that just sort of wants somebody to schmooze with in the holidays. By the way, just so people know, schmooze is a Yiddish word that doesn't mean what it sounds like it means. It just means talking to and hanging out with. I mean, it can mean other things, but that costs more. Sorry, that's my personal life again. You do have, do you mind if I ask, do you like boys, girls, combination of both, llamas?
Men.
I just want to know what, okay. I had a feeling. Although, don't rule out llamas. They, I'm sorry, I'm in a very silly mood. I'm so happy I have you because you understand. And I do take this very seriously. But if you wind up sending me a Christmas card with a picture of you with a llama with his arm around you and a like, we're married thing, don't say I didn't tell you. I think you are actually going to meet somebody probably within the next 10 days. And I don't think it's going to be long lasting, but by a series of events that you can call me in March and tell me about, because by March, this will all have like played out the way I'm seeing it. What's going to happen is you're going to meet this person, you're going to be really excited about each other, but then you're going to remember your Auntie Peri here saying, darling, 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 no, 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 have fun, but, don't throw your heart in the ring. Wait for this person to, are you there? Hello?
I'm here.
I have no idea. No idea what's going on with this phone. Here's what I'm saying. In the next 10 days or 2 weeks, 3 at the most, you're going to meet somebody and have a nice time. But I do not think that this person is the one. I actually don't believe in the one, but I don't even think he's like the 12. I think we have a number of soulmates. But enough about my personal life. Then through when you look back in March or April and call me to tell me that I was right, what you'll see is you met this one person to sort of kind of loosen you up. And also because this person is going to know that person who is going to know that person who is then going to introduce you to that person. And that's not true. I mean, so in other words, go have a good time. Don't take whatever's about to happen too seriously. And even if I'm making it sound like a big deal, I think what's happening is you're going to take a few more risks in the next couple of weeks. So if you're out with friends and you see somebody cute, walk over and say, hello, sailor, buy you a drink. Or I wouldn't say that. That line doesn't work. Sorry. But, be a little, we can be very traditional no matter how high achieving, and there's a part of us that sort of wants the guy to do all the walking over and giving us a huge emerald ring as part of his introduction. And oh wait, sorry, that was my fantasy. But what I'm saying is you'll find yourself, well, I'm single now, which is pretty recent. And I intend to be so for a while. But you are going to meet somebody pretty soon, and you're kind of going to get back in the saddle again. That just sounded so wrong. And then in March, around actually St. Patrick's Day, you're going to meet like 5 days on either side of that. Somebody's either going to be introduced to you, or there's a possibility that somebody maybe you went to school with or something like that, but didn't know very well. So this might be either there's somebody you have some sort of connection to already, but you haven't deepened that connection. I see him showing up in March. And you have what, 2 ex-husbands or one?
Did you say two exes?
Yeah. Oh, I'm good at my job. I just don't seem to be good at anything else today. So that's why I'm being so specific. It's because that's kind of how it's going to happen. And because if it's okay, you have, I think we're just going to stick with you. And would you like another question? Would you like me to tell you a ghost story? What would you like? Well,
anything. You can see anything, then would love.
The reason I asked
love anything.
Ghosts? Okay. First of all, the reason I asked about ghosts is because you have a certain amount of psychic ability, which you already know. You have some mediumistic tendencies. You don't have to be scared of it because they're very respectful. They haven't, you haven't said, hey, you know what? I'd like to sort of practice this. And you know what? You don't have to. But I do want to tell you that you've got very good intuition. You do have a natural psychic mediumistic quality. Oh, and I have a really cool, my friend Suzanne just made me this bracelet. I just noticed, I'm like, I want to show her that. So you might be more of what I call a dream psychic, which is somebody who has sort of predictive dreams. That would be more of what I would see for you. If you ever decide you would be interested in seeing a ghost, all you would have to do is sort of say that out loud and say, okay, guys, I wouldn't be scared, and I'd like to make a little money in YouTube. So if that's ever anything you want, just say it out loud and say, don't scare me, but I'm interested. You don't have to, as I said, but I just wanted to tell you that because it's something I get about you. Does that kind of vibe with anything you've experienced?
That's amazing, that one. For sure. Not too sure about the love life.
Well,
that'll be interesting. As I am seeing somebody right now, so I'm a little curious about that, but definitely with the ghosts and, you know, a psychic intuition, I'm all about that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going, for some reason, I thought, from the way you worded it, I thought you were looking for somebody. I should have tuned in and not been so lazy.
No.
But
already with somebody.
Okay. Okay, but watch out mid-March. Or, I'm so sorry. I was lazy and I heard what I heard and I'm like, that's funny. That's not what I'm getting, but it's rude to tell a caller that she's lying to you. So, so I misunderstood the question. Sorry. And you weren't like, the whole day's been like this. Susie, can I just tell you, I'm so glad it's you calling in. You're such a delight.
Yeah.
Whew. You really
Thank
are.
you.
With anybody else, I would have been like, but do be careful around March. Otherwise,
Okay.
what I might have been seeing, the energy I was feeling is not that committed, and then around March, boom. So you might be heading off to altar number 3. Can I be a bridesmaid? Please.
Sure.
Thank you. That's more, okay, that would correspond to the energy I'm getting. This is how you know I'm a genuine psychic, because the real a fake psychic would have been like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, you know what? I just heard it wrong, screwed up. But this is same energy. That's what it's going to work out at. Would you like a parakeet?
Well, definitely March seems to be a very important month, so we shall see.
What else? It feels like, well, I don't want to say this. Have you had somebody in the older generation in your family pass recently in the last 14 months? Maybe a year and a half?
Older, well, I had a cousin who, he was 51. I don't know if...
Okay. That's him.
Or,
did he have a cane name like Kevin or Keith or Kitty
an
Cat?
uncle?
Sorry. Did he have a kind of a cuss-sounding first name? I've got about 20 seconds, but I had to ask you this. Did he have kind of a cuss name like Kevin or Keith or...
No, I do know a Keith who has passed. Yes, but
okay.
No, that. No.
Well, whoever this is, they would like you to actually light a candle for them and say a little prayer. Even if you're an atheist or Buddhist or whatever, but they would like you to, whatever Keith came to mind when I said that, because it's, he would like you to just light a candle and look into it and just think about him for about 10 seconds. Okay. Sometime in the next week, you wouldn't mind. I don't know why, but that would be a lovely thing to do. It's good luck. And you're just a delight. Will you call me back in March and tell me what happens?
I will for sure.
Okay, sweetheart.
Thank
And
you,
the other
Peri.
things I said were accurate? Oh, my pleasure. Call back soon. All right, Libby. Be good. Take care. Thank you. Hi, guys. I'm normally Peri Lyons, composed, elegant, and refined New York City celebrity psychic. This week I seem to be just Peri. Come see us live, 9 p.m. every Wednesday. And I'm just sitting here by the phone waiting for you. Oh, that sounded terrible. I'll see you next week. It's a Halloween thing. Bye-bye.